Clink. Hey you, how's it going? Part of me wants to say welcome back, but then I feel like you should be telling me welcome back. I am back. I decided to sit down and finally make this video because if I don't do it now, I'll never do it. I've been wanting to come back for a long time, months already, and every time I consider it or have filmed anything, it's just something else happens, something goes awry. So today's the day. I'm back. First, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who has been messaging me on Instagram, here on YouTube, or even on Snapchat. Some of you guys found me there just to see how I'm doing, telling me that you hope everything's okay. It was so sweet, and I'm really sorry I haven't responded to most of those messages just because I couldn't. I wasn't in the right headspace, and I wasn't ready yet. Thank you for caring, and thank you for showing me that you care, and thank you for all your sweet messages during a time when I really needed it. So, where have I been? I have been going through life's little hells. My mom died. And my dog died. So whew. So basically last year, after I made my last video, I think it was the can of butter video, I kind of went dark, I think. My family came to visit me during the summer and it was awesome. But once they left, I got so depressed, and I was just completely falling apart. At the end of the summer, going into August and September, I couldn't function anymore. I could barely do anything. And finally by October, I decided that we have to go back to Texas. I can't do this anymore. I need to be with my family. I need to go back to Texas. So in October, we decided we would go. Our lease was going to be up at the end of February 2019. But then in November, I got a call from my sister that my mom had a brain bleed just before Thanksgiving. She was in the hospital with a brain bleed, and so my husband and I jumped on a plane, the very next one we could get, which was 6 o'clock in the morning, and we went to Texas. I knew when I was packing my things that night that it would be a long time till I came back home, and it was 3 months I was gone. And so I went, took care of my mom as best I could, and boy do I have some stories for you guys. I have some things to say, okay? Things happened. I don't know if y'all like story times or drama and that kind of thing, but I definitely have some of those videos planned for the near future. So stay tuned for that. She died in January 22nd. It wasn't too horrible. It's just the worst day of my life. I had been dreading that day my entire life. I remember my first nightmare when I was 5 years old was about my mom dying, and it was a weird one. Maybe I'll tell you about it one day because I still remember most of it pretty vividly. When I was a little bit older, right before my teenage years, I remember sleepwalking about it and crying myself to sleep about it. And in my 20s, I had anxiety attacks and fits of crying just thinking of my mom dying one day. Like it's always been like this looming thing. And then it happened and it was awful. And then at the same time I was caring for my mom. Sadie was sick, my dog was sick, she was just having a real hard time. For a while there I really felt like I was exactly where I was supposed to be. I was in Texas taking care of my 2 old ladies, and there's nowhere else I wanted to be. There's nothing else I wanted to be doing. I was doing what I was meant to be doing, and it felt good and it felt great. But then she died, and so a few weeks after that, we had to take a little bit of time just to let the shock wear off and where the grieving wasn't quite so hard. And then we decided to pack up our things and come back to California because we have to still pack up this house and go. So we got here in the middle of February and our lease was up at the end of February. So my husband had been coming back and forth. I was the only one that stayed in Texas for 3 months straight. He had to come back and forth for work. And when I got back, oh my God, it was a shit show in here. There was dust everywhere. The fridge was a mess. There was this huge pile of mail. Like, my husband didn't open a single scrap of mail. He just left it all in his fucking pile for me by the door. I couldn't just go straight into packing up everything. I had to clean the house. I had to have it be my home one last time before we just got out of here, because I love this house. I've loved it very much, and I think we've taken good care of it. But now it's time to say goodbye. But before I could pack up anything, I wanted to clean my entire house, organize as much as I could, and just have it be our home again for at least another week and a half before I tore everything down. So that's what I did. And I went and filmed a little house tour. So you should be seeing that coming up soon, my little goodbye house tour. So it's been hard because I still have to go nonstop, pack all day long, every day, and I feel like I still have so much to do. And the cubes are getting here tomorrow, and we have to leave this house. We have to be out of here by next Friday. It's kind of crazy. Everything's just this crazy, hectic whirlwind, and it's hard to sit still and start thinking, because then I feel like my chest is caving in, but hopefully that goes away. So anywho, that's where I've been. Honestly, I love this house so much, but I just also at the same time can't wait to get the fuck out of here. I gotta get the hell out of California. I've had it with California. I gotta go. Texas is calling and I must go. That is what we will be doing very soon. We're going back to Texas. And I do hope to be coming back. I want to just keep making videos. Life is gonna be a little crazy and hectic, and I want to keep up with videos anyway. We'll see where things go from here. So thank you guys so much for bearing with me and sticking with me through this time of silence where you had no idea where I was. I was dealing with some awful shit. So thank you for being patient with me. I love you so much. I'm so glad that you stuck around. Thank you again so much for your support. I really appreciate it and need it. So I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye.